Welcome, everybody, back to the Onward VR Master League. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's, and I am here with my co-caster, Sleepbeat, with 2 3's. Are you ready for some sweet, sweet Onward goodness today, sir?
Ooh, I am so ready, NightFiree. I am ready to kick the tires and light the night fires.
Oh, boy. That is something special right there. It is day number 1. Well, I guess not day 1. We've had a couple games already, but it is the first match casted of Season 8 of the VR Master League, and we're bringing you what could be a globe burner, if we're fortunate enough to see it happen. Globochem versus Blaze. I was going to go with barn burner there. What do you think of that improv right there?
Yeah, a little on-the-spot goodness right there, NightFiree. I like that. And you're very well correct. It could be a globe burner, and Blaze, being the team to do it, would really just drive home that joke, NightFiree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if we're kicking off the season with accurate predictions or not, because it's a little bit up in the air. I think today there's not too many intense roster changes on either one of the squads. I'm not entirely familiar if Blaze has undergone very many roster changes, but I know Globochem has stayed pretty true to their top 7-8 players that they carry with them.
Yeah, Globochem doesn't really change things up much. I don't think they've actually had a roster change in,
I think didn't they pick someone up recently? Or I could be wrong on that.
I think you're imagining things.
I've been around for so long.
Yeah,
It's hard to keep track of what they're.
Not long ago for you could be 5 seasons ago.
Yeah, right.
No, I think Arsenic was their last pickup.
Yeah, I don't think Blaze has done.
Mix. Yeah,
I think both squads have stuck with pretty much the exact same roster. Over on Blaze, we have Noman, one of the fellow casters, with a 4. Cryocell, Not Ready, Prefontaine, Bird's Eye View, Batman, Captain Crunch, and Nauko. That seems spot on. We're gonna have some VODs coming out soon from the community that'll break down the roster changes. I'm looking forward to that. Those will be helpful for us as a good review point.
Yeah, absolutely it will. NightFiree, something seems to have happened here. I've got a completely black screen on my side. I'm gonna have to reboot my PC here, so you'll be solo for uno momento.
It's all good. We don't even have everybody in the lobby quite yet. We're still waiting for both teams to get in, and it's why we have some time to talk about the rosters, and then we'll get into pick bans and what we can expect for this exciting matchup. This is a top-tier matchup in terms of existing MMR. These are 2 diamond-ranked teams going up against each other. Over on Blaze, we have we already went over Blaze, sorry, and on we didn't go over Globo, but if you don't know that roster by now, you're new to the league, which is fine. Welcome in. You're gonna get to know Globo because they are consistently in the top 1 to 2. I don't know if I've seen them in 3rd place in a season at any point. And they have Thunder Pilot, Otto, Pants, Raphael, Toast, Arsenic, Mixologist, and Norseman. And those guys are just so full of Onward esports experience. It's ridiculous. They are fighting. As a squad, they are the most honed team and the biggest threat, the hardest team to deal with. I'm excited to see how Blaze comes out and starts off their very first game of the season, because it's going to be a challenging one for them, but these teams have been practicing quite a bit leading into this season and been scrimming as much as they can. They are getting into the game daily for hours, and I know this because I see these guys log in every day to play Onward. So I don't think Blaze is going to be slouching by any means. I do expect them to put up a pretty dang good fight. But it's not going to be an easy one. I think we're still waiting on my co-caster Sleepy to solve his tech issues, and he will be joining us, but it doesn't mean we can't hop in to the pick bans. And I can get contribution from Sleepy there. Do you recall the pick bans coming in on this first game of the day, Sleepy?
Let me see here. I do have that information. It looks like Blaze is going to ban Downfall and Globochem is going to ban Subway, or did we say
they changed to cargo? Yeah, they were thinking Subway, which is kind of interesting, but a ban on cargo. Maybe they were feeling a little bit more confident on their entry points into Subway. That's one of the big things that we've talked about. When that map kind of dropped into the league, it has all these new. It got updated, and it has a ton of new attack points and ways you need to defend. So maybe Globochem feeling a bit more confident there than they were expecting today, because we saw them. I mean, these guys are playing full-on series before they even get into this one, because both teams were playing against were scrimming before this.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe Danglers were scrimming with Globochem, and I believe G-Men were scrimming with Blaze just before this match. So, and that's another game that's actually going on right now. Unfortunately, no coverage on that one here, but I do believe that Riboman might be streaming a POV point of view for that.
Okay.
So that's going on as well right now, actually. So two big matches actually coming out of the gate hot here, Season 8, Week 1. NightFiree, there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about next week on the V-Respawn recap show.
Yeah, absolutely. It's back. We're back, baby. The Onward action is in full swing. The clips are all up to you. If you want to see some good clips in those VRML highlight shows where Sleepy and Poonanners break down the goods, I highly recommend you get those clips submitted. You clip all of the good action. Don't sleep on it. Don't forget about it. Before we get in here, we got to talk about this, Sleepy, because it's going to be a shock to people that aren't ready for it. We've had a full graphics overhaul since the last time VRML has played.
That is correct. We finished out the season on the 1.5 build, which was just previous to this one, and now we're on the 1.6 point. I don't know, what is it, 1.6.3 or 0.4 at this point? But anyways, it's the reloaded update, the pretty update as it was codenamed during development. But yeah, it's been fantastic. We did get a taste of it for a little bit if you were following along with the ESL and Oculus League, the VR League. Their Season 3 finals did showcase Onward on the new platform, or on the new build, I should say. And it was fantastic. It looked great. I think it represented the game very well for the first time in front of a large audience, though there were a few issues on the production on that side. However, overall, I think the game itself played well, and it really showed the kind of action that Onward has. And now I'm excited that we are in control of the production, NightFiree, because things are gonna get saucy.
Yeah, this is a great way to kick it off. It's been quite a, I mean, it feels like it's been forever, but it's only been, what, like a month since we've had?
Yeah. But a month without Onward is like...
Are we still waiting on you for tech difficulties, by the way? Both teams are ready up and waiting to get into the action.
Yes, sir. Just give me like 30 more seconds. I'm literally loading into the lobby now, so should be at any point in time.
Please radio into the teams when you are ready then, and we should be hopping in, like Sleepy said, at any point. I'm excited, man. The first cast on the new update, it looks super clean. We got all new, I mean, shaders and everything. It's on top of having a fantastic start to the season with a Globochem Blaze matchup. We kind of get it to be looking good too, so I'm excited. I'm kind of getting lost though. These new backdrops are really throwing me off. It's like I'm not familiar with my surroundings anymore. I can't like immediately really recognize where I am sometimes.
Yeah, it's definitely something to adjust to, especially if they were to have left the trees that they had added into the southern side of the map there. That's something that could really throw you off, and not only that, but really throw off our camera angles here.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that threw me off in game. I was just playing yesterday, and like I legitimately was unsure of certain spawn points when I came in because I couldn't immediately recognize where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Not an issue for these guys though.
Not at all. Yeah, Onward's still being a bit finicky for me, NightFiree. I'll go ahead and have the teams run it, and you can go ahead and continue on for the viewers, and I'll tweak things on my end until I
see if you can't hash it out. See if you can't hash it out. We're not going to slow the show down. We can't be doing that. We got to hop into the action. These guys have been waiting. Give them the go-ahead, Sleepy, and we should be firing up Globochem versus Blaze. real soon here. We do have, to kick it off, a gas station objective. One that does have some opportunities if you get the right smokes. We'll see how Blaze decide to approach this objective, what kind of spawn they get. Obviously, that being a very important thing in this game. And if you are just tuning in, this is Onward. It is a 5v5 military simulator. These teams have been playing in this in the VRML, the VR Master League, for what I think is now up to almost 2.5 years. Globochem has definitely been around that long. Blaze, I think, not quite, but they've been playing for still a good amount of time now, a couple of seasons. We'll see how this round, how this series hashes out as we dive into round number 1 of match 1. Globochem versus Blaze. And here we have some early checks. It looks like a crater spawn from Globochem, so these guys won't be seeing any action on this South Street for a little bit. Only sending 1 to cross, and it looks like Globo opting to put 4 up on that north side. They're going to take command of that rooftop position and then advance in. Shots coming out from Nauko onto Arsenic, the real long range down that south lane. Arsenic trying to kind of sneak his way across, but Nauko denying them the opportunity. Denying Arsenic, rather, the opportunity. He's the lone south push there. But it has drawn full attention from Blaze. The peek up from Toast does get, from Noman, sorry, does get denied by Toast. And now I think Noman able to radio this in that there's at least 1 or 2 here. We'll see if we see any shift in the attention. Yes, absolutely. Everybody that was directing their eyes south now focused onto the north berm, but it's not paying off for them. Pan's getting some good shots on, tries to duck down, but the new positioning of that white car, I think, threw him off. Silent Knight able to catch him out as he tries to go prone, and Pants down. Now we're into a 3v3 as Globochem try to make their way up along the west side. They do have that lane to work with, which they haven't opted into around, and Silent Knight trying to work his way into the middle of the rubble so he can cover the east side of this center burning building. Shots here from Toast. I think he was trying to tag Silent Knight there over the rubble. At the very least covering Thunder as he makes his way up through that north courtyard. More really close shots from Toast. Silent nearly tagging, or a bit of a fire off here, and Toast manages to take down Silent, turns it into a 2v3. Silent is resible. It is going to cause, or it might cause, a rotation here from Nauko across that street. Super risky play, I'm sure. Yeah, Toast is looking for that. They don't have any utility available, so they can't smoke across the street to get that res. And Thunder going to try and move off of that
One down.
pick. Prefontaine takes shots at Thunder. Thunder hit the deck instantly, and Prefontaine thought he downed him, so now Thunder able to prone his way up. Prefontaine, a nice rotation to check this west side. He may not be looking at the right time, as I believe it's Toast or Pants begins this rotation along the west, and Toast does catch out Prefontaine. Worked his way up onto this little berm here using that plane wing. And just the minorest of changes on these maps can play a huge effect on how these guys play them. This was this little sand berm here, slightly elevated, does allow Toast to get that pick, and now a nade coming out from Otto catches Silent Knight, and it's all up to the lone defender Nauko in the center, and he's getting pressured by Otto and Thunder. I don't believe there's any utility left for either one of these guys, so it is going to be a gun battle here, and we'll see how Nauko decides to handle it as he begins his rotation. Might get caught out by Otto. He's super exposed here. Does manage to tuck himself in, and he's completely surrounded. Otto pushing in alongside his companion. Brother. Brother duo making their way up here, and we'll see how Nauko defends. It is not an easy task here. He knows he has to worry about someone from the west, but will he spot Toast? Will Toast spot him? No, he didn't have the right line of sight. All these walls denying him. Toast may work his way up into the 2-story. No, he's going to keep rotating around. If he does, he may go right into Nauko's line of sight here. All up to now, Cal. The push coming in here from Otto and Thunder. They're starting to charge in, feeling aggressive. Otto does go up to the 2-story. And now Cal still tucked in his toast. Finally peeks and catches him. And Globochem, with 1:38 left on the clock, do take round 1 on Marsoc. So an offensive round going to them early.
Wow, what a round, NightFiree. I mean, can you believe it?
Are you able to get in, or are you still having issues? Because I have some thoughts that we can sneak you in here.
I was just doing a integrity file check,
Okay.
so I'm gonna try again here, and if not, we can try something else. But just go ahead, and I'll wait and make sure that they're between rounds before I jump back.
I don't know how eager these guys are to continue the momentum. Globochem, nice job there, but almost denied by Blaze. They just got so distracted by that south cross from Arsenic that they completely tunnel visioned onto the south. I had 4 on the mini map of Blaze looking along that south street, and only 1 having eyes up to the north. And once they lost that north defender, then they all shifted their attention there, but it was a little bit too late.
Reading through the chat while I wait on Onward to boot back up, it looks like Danglers have managed to take map 1 from G-Men 4-0 so far. I don't know what map it was. Might have been Tanker. Yeah, it's pretty interesting news. Development in the other game that's currently going on right now.
Yeah, it's the, I think, did you say this Wednesday night fight night instead of Friday night fight night? I think Dakin did. Someone tweeted it. And
yeah, no, it wasn't me. I did the damn Daniel meme on my tweet. On my tweeter. Did I not unmute my mic? No, I did.
You did. I heard you. I'm just trying to hash out the details. I'm getting some info from Noman that there's a brief pause here as they swap out some batteries. I think maybe one of them using wireless, and that a question was raised in chat, is anybody on Index? Because yeah, that's a new headset that's out now, much higher resolution on those lenses. You can run the game at higher hertz. The game does have full Index support, so it supports the new controllers that come with that headset, and it definitely is a cleaner and clearer image using that headset. So I'm curious if anybody here, I actually know Noman is using the Index, so there is at least one player on Blaze that has it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that Noman has an Index. I don't know if he's currently using it or if he's still adapting to it and he's still using his Rift. He seemed pretty confident in using his Rift this season when he bought the Rift S, so I don't know. You know, it is a pretty big change, you know, as far as the well, they want to call them the Index controllers, but let's be honest, they'll never be known as anything other than the Knuckles controllers. So I don't know, maybe he's not used to it yet and he's not quite comfortable enough to really go for it against a team like Globochem on that. So he might not even be using it, but I do know that he has one, and I'm not sure, but I want to say maybe another member of Blaze does have one, but again,
I cut you off
sure
here, Sleepy, as some shots get thrown out already. Real early in, Toast spotting the crater spawn from Blaze as we dive into round number 2 of map 1 on Quarantine. Globochem taking their first Marsoc round and now going on the defensive. Blaze with a very similar strategy to them, sending 4 up onto the north and 1 south, and Arsenic actually able to catch out Silent Knight with a really aggressive push up into the tank courtyard. He does catch 1 trying to rotate real casually back along that north side where he thought he was safe, but now Arsenic, position known, does have a few enemies trained in here. Cryocell trying to catch him out, and a nade coming in. A nice long toss. Arsenic trying to land some shots. The nade not on, and Arsenic finds himself another, and a good double kill here in this tank courtyard. Arsenic kicking it off real nice for Globochem on the defense. He is getting slowly flanked. They did get 1 across the south, so Noman able to get across there, and he's a real threat with that long range. So if Arsenic isn't careful and exposes himself here, Noman definitely going to have some shots, opportunities to take him down, but pretty sure Arsenic's real safe there from Noman's angles. Unless Arsenic gets overly aggressive, should be really never exposed to Noman. So see how this shakes out. Zoom quick over to the west side as we have another Slow offensive push. Pants just waiting in this corner here for Naoko as he does.
Yeah, Naoko was dead meat there the whole time. Thunder Pilot there and Pants just watching that West Street. By the way, I'm in the lobby now.
Okay, excellent. Good to have
and
you
they
back.
just take him down. Otto's going to find Noman as well in the south. And Globochem's defense is standing up strong right now.
Yeah.
Looks like Blaze has suffered a few drops, or at least my scoreboard's acting up.
No, it's acting up. Everything in order here. They've definitely had 4 down, and they only got 1 left alive along that northwest side. Prefontaine just checked his map, so he now knows that he is the only one left alive, and he's got to somehow pull out this 1v5. It's not going to be easy. As you can see, Globo begins to converge. They have an idea of where this final attacker is, since they've sort of cleared out the rest of the map, and it's all up to Prefontaine.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here. Like you said, Globo know exactly where he is.
Ooh.
And there are the shots. The trade comes out. Prefontaine and Pants go at it. Globochem only loses 1 there, but they're going to take their second round and go up 2-0 here on Quarantine.
Now, this is where you got to be careful as Blaze. If you start to just feel the heat from Globo, you know what I mean, and start to really crumble under the pressure that they're applying here on these first 2 rounds, it's bad. But you can fight back against this squad. If you play well, if you tighten up your next few rounds, Globo will give up a couple of rounds of map. Very, very regularly. So there's a chance here for Blaze to stop the bleeding, and they definitely need to do it now and not let Globo get this Marsoc round.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, Globochem is not an unstoppable force. We saw G-Men take it to them very, very well. I mean, a very nail-biter of a game for the VR League Season 3 finale in the UK. We've seen Danglers come close. We've seen SMC come close. We've seen so many teams come close. Beginners have beat them. You know, these teams are not unbeatable. They just put in the time, and in order to do that, and in order to beat them, you have to be willing to put in that same time. And I think Blaze is one of those teams that's willing to do that. And it's really going to start to show this season. So we'll have to see exactly what happens. But you're right. I think Blaze needs to just make sure to stay off the tilt factor, keep their heads level, and they should be able to at least pick up a couple of points, if not maybe even steal a map away from Globochem here tonight.
I wonder if we're going to see a hard Globo push. You see some defensive smokes from Blaze. They want to cross that south street and get somebody potentially along that south berm to defend. Naoko getting real aggressive here. Denied by Pants. I think he was trying to, they're trying to do something a little bit fancy there. He wanted to get up to that plane, that nose there of the plane and kind of tuck himself in. It would have been a nice spot, but Pants kind of had his eyes trained and was almost waiting for that. Silent Knight here up on the corner, and nades coming out from both of them. Silent does see Pants here. The shots come out. Pants peeks him, and geez, the quick moves from Pants. You see that crouch shot?
Yeah, that was crazy. I've seen him do that more and more. It's almost like he's playing Call of Duty again. You know what I mean? Like all the drop shots that you would see from the MLG guys back in the day. And now, I mean, you're starting to see it in virtual reality. Pants is starting to master that, where basically anytime he encounters someone, he just immediately squats down. And of course, they're not going to be expecting that. Pants is going to find another one. He'll find Noman on the objective. That's an open and clear objective. Blaze has got to get back. Prefontaine and Cryocell need to get back. Pants is almost to the objective now. He's got Tablet out. He's moving up. Will Cryocell see him? He should see him in time.
Yes.
He will. He finally takes down Pants, but the refrag is out from Thunder Pilot.
Now it's all to Prefontaine, who does crash onto objective, makes sure Pants is dead, and gets picked off by Toast. Arsenic was right there as well, and it was not going to go well for Blaze. I mean, they're lucky they stopped the cap and didn't lose the whole round right there. Globochem coming in fast, and that's what I was wondering if we were going to see there.
Yeah, no, and this objective is one of the best ones to use your aggression on, because it's so open and defenders have to put themselves in such awkward positions to really effectively defend that aggression can really pay off here for Marsoc, and Globochem knows that, and they utilized it to their advantage. Pants just went hammer on the first 3. He took down the first 3. He then got refragged finally on the objective there with his tablet out. So I mean, no harm, no foul to him, you know. Then Thunder was immediately there for the refrag. So all in all, a good play. And then, you know, Prefontaine had to do what he had to do and get back to the objective to stop the cap. And in that moment, he rushed out. He got shot by Toast, and that's it. Nice and cleanly done for Globochem.
Absolutely, and Globo are looking like Globo right now. And if you're watching this and you're in the league, you know, this is kind of the sign. Like, Globo hasn't been sleeping. You know, no. I think some teams are maybe hoping for an opportunity to kind of catch some of these top teams not practicing up during this longer break that we've had between seasons, but you don't lose it. It's like riding a bike, and these guys have also kept practicing. So
oh yeah,
they're still looking real good right now, and Blaze have to step it up if they want to take at least one round on Quarantine.
I mean, to be honest, if any team out there is not putting in time right now with the way these maps have been, in some cases, almost completely redesigned with the new update, then you're just absolutely crazy, because there are going to be new things and new angles that can be exploited that you need to know about and need to know how to defend against. And Globochem and teams like them, and Blaze and Danglers and G-Men, they're all going to have put in the time to learn these things now. And if you don't know it, you're pretty much, well, as my camera sees, toast.
A little bit of exchange of fire here in this middle courtyard. Toast nearly taking out Prefontaine, but Prefontaine does manage to tuck up into the rubble. Naukau here with a shield, and he is their standard shield user. They do have one, just like Globo has Raph. They'll break him out every once in a while for depending on the maps.
Ooh, and Noman's going to be taking an M16 with a 12X and a drum magazine up to the roof. Some shots will ring out from Thunder Pilot. Noman will duck out of habit, out of instinct, then go for the peak, but he does not find the angle.
He has an easy angle on Toast right now. He just hasn't seen it. He's not peeking over by that engine turbine. Toast is completely exposed. He does have his gun drawn over there. Still doesn't take the shot. He has the 12 times too, so he should be able to see him relatively clearly, even though it is a bit of a color blend.
Well, yeah, but Thunder just spotted him out. Thunder just
there it is. Noman finally picking off Toast, and yeah, now it's a trade. Now it's a negotiation here between Noman and Thunder.
Yeah, Noman's gonna have to slide left or slide right, probably 10 or 15 feet, to really get that angle. Naoko's gonna find Toast on the objective, but Arsenic will be quick with the refrag. There's a push heading towards the objective, but it has been shut down. Arsenic just outside the north rooftop courtyard. He's going to be sitting there waiting, Silent Night, waiting to see if Arsenic will get greedy and peek that opening, but I doubt that that's honestly going to happen. Here comes a frag, but it'll fall too far, not cooked long enough, and Arsenic will live to arse another day.
Jeez, that's 3 for Arsenic here. Prefontaine does catch out Otto and confirms him, so now it's a 1v2, and Arsenic getting real aggressive for this being a 1v2. He's super out here. Prefontaine does catch the rotation, and we're into a 1v1. A nice refrag here from Prefontaine to get his squad back into this game.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want, because also what happens is Thunder Pilot takes a nice headshot and takes down Noman in the south, so that wing coverage is gone. So Thunder Pilot now being forced to rush back to the objective. He sees that he's now all alone. Prefontaine kind of in an advantageous position because he can now strike from anywhere at any time. He's got 3 minutes left, plenty of time to traverse.
Wow.
And there goes the peak from Thunder, but it's taken advantage of by Prefontaine. And Blaze keep themselves alive here on Quarantine as the map goes 3-1.
Absolutely huge there. Prefontaine finally turning it on this map. He was I think maybe 1-3 going into this round, finding himself with 3 kills there to get his team back in it, catching out Otto, Arsenic on the rotation, and getting that final kill. And Blaze on the board now. They go on the defensive, so they've sort of done the hard part. Now we're gonna get an objective switch. Both teams, if you don't know, play the same objective. But they don't know where the Marsoc team spawns. That's randomized. There is certain spawn locations, but it's random between those locations. And so we are going to now go to a different objective than we just had, and there's quite a few easily defendable spots still left. Ugh. They don't exactly get it. Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay, I thought it was for a second there in the middle of that North Street. But they get a quick spawn coming in from Globochem. And as we get into round number 5 of map 1, we'll see how Blaze defend this objective in the courtyard. Did I lose you, Sleep?
I have a feeling it might help if I unmute myself when giving commentary. It should be an easy point for Blaze here if they don't play it too heavy, but Cryocell's going to run into 2 right away. He'll find 1. Otto's going to get found, though, by Cryocell as well. Cryocell will find 2. Noman's going to find Arsenic, and quickly their aggression actually paying off for them. Globochem, now Thunder Pilot finds Silent Knight. Noman returns the favor onto Pants, and now it's all up to Thunder Pilot. He's the last man alive against a defense of 4 Blaze members. How the turntables have turned so turny-tabley.
That was a quick burst of action right there. A lot of trading happening. Thunder in the middle of it, and Blaze with this super aggressive over-the-hill push send 3 to get up to that north hilltop. They were expecting this quick spawn, and that's why they sent so many up there, because they wanted to capture the north rooftop and then anticipate this spawn, and it worked out perfectly. Thunder's in a jam.
Yeah, this is working out absolutely beautifully. NightFiree. Blaze has been able to detain Thunder Pilot here in this north rooftop courtyard, or I'm sorry, in the red roof's courtyard. Now he's kind of stuck. Noman's on the push in the west. Or in the east, he's checking to see, waiting for Thunder Pilot to run out from the open, if not come in for the flank. Thunder might have spotted him out. Yeah. Oh, God, Thunder's got to be spotting him. No, I think his own smoke doing him zero justice, but the second he moves from that cover into the open, Noman should have sights on him, and that should be it. Blaze should take their second point on the map, but Thunder Pilot's not one to make any risky decisions like that. He's going to definitely check what's going on before making these decisions. But either way, it looks like he's pretty much toast here. I mean, I'm still surprised Cryocell was able to get 2 up there in the corner. And as I say that, Noman finds 1. That beautiful headshot onto Thunder Pilot.
What an interesting play from Blaze. They counter pushed the fast spawn. I was not ready for that as the cameraman. As all of a sudden these shots start ringing out, I'm expecting, okay, Blaze are going to tuck in, Globochem going to come in hot and have that early positioning on the rooftop. But instead we have an all-out brawl on that sand dune on the north. And I mean, there was a intense burst of action there as Blaze grabbed themselves another round. That was exactly what they needed, and we're wasting no time. I mean, there's a 1.5-minute timer between these rounds that these teams can strategize in, and I don't think we went. I think that was 30 seconds tops as we get into round number 6 of map number 1. It's a good one so far, Sleepy.
You got that right. I mean, these teams are definitely not disappointing. I think we chose a great one to open up the season with here on the VRML. I mean, I can't say that Danglers G-Men match wouldn't have also been a banger to open up the season with, because those are also 2 really great teams, but we are definitely getting a good matchup here on this channel. We got Globochem, we've got Blaze, 2 of the top NA teams going at it. Globochem, of course, the monsters of North America. Blaze, the scrappy young fighters coming up only a few seasons now. I think this will be officially their 2nd full season, 3rd kind of partial season. And they're really giving it to Globochem here. I mean, they've clawed back from a 3-0 deficit now to 3-2. They're not necessarily in the advantage here on this objective with the spawn that they got, but they could possibly turn this into something. Naoko's got his shield out, but he doesn't see Arsenic right behind him, and Arsenic's going to find him out in the center in the tank courtyard.
This aggressive position from Arsenic has paid off for them for the 2nd time in this series. He went up there, I think it was the first map, and caught 2 as they were trying to rotate along the north side. And now here he's managed to get the first kill for Globochem, and he's going to try and nade. Goes right over the hill. Is it going to be close enough? It is, as he catches Noman on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, that was a smart toss right there. That was well placed. Noman is calling it out. I think he knows where the grenade came from. Arsenic should be able to maybe faintly hear those radio callouts. But he is going to relocate, so he won't be in exactly the same position. A good move on his part. The rest of the Blaze offense, though, is still quite far back. I'm not seeing a lot of aggression, a lot of support here. And actually, the guy that's way in the south, I don't even know where he is.
He's way over on the other side of the dunes, looking for an angle, potentially on that plane wind, just making sure nobody's covering the south side from Globochem. And they definitely don't have anybody over there. They got 1 up in the north, and they're all sort of centralized here in this middle lane. So there's an opportunity for a flank there on the south.
Yeah, if Silent Knight keeps up the work, he might be able to slide out and see Arsenic. But I think Arsenic's going to see him first with the slow pace that he's moving at. I think Arsenic will spot the movement on the hill before Silent Knight's even thinking to look in a spot like where Arsenic is currently located. Toast will find Cryocell.
That was the one I was kind of keeping an eye on in the center. Cryo was going to try and make a move onto Arsenic. Obviously does not pay off, and I'm surprised to not see a rotation here out of Silent to come down and get Noman.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's finally the pickoff. Arsenic getting a little over-aggressive on that corner of the L there. Does go down to Silent. I think he is still resable. Yeah, he needs to confirm that kill and then go pick up Noman.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how in that huge volley of shots and almost immediately after he gets the frag onto Arsenic, does Pants come with the refrag, and Pants don't mess around. That's a straight headshot every time.
He just charged over there. I didn't even see on the mini-map the rotation come in. Pants, as soon as those shots took down Arsenic and Arsenic radioed it in, he was over there. And that's the kind of communication you got to have if you want to be one of these top-tier teams, because that's what happened. Arsenic instantly radioed it in, Pants instantly reacted, and they got a quick pick there.
You're absolutely right. I'm sure Noman is a little upset at the team just for making some partially foolish calls, to be honest. And I don't want to sugarcoat it.
They really split up there. They didn't quite. No smokes. Not really a hard push. They had caught Globochem off guard. Excuse me. At once, I would say even twice after winning that 1v1. Yeah. You know, and so they had this opportunity to really do something else special, but. Yeah, they sort of got, I mean, Arsenic really just denying them any sort of momentum. Prefontaine inching his way into the lion's den. Caught up in a 1v4 right now. They're not going to get that res onto Arsenic, and Pants really doesn't have vision, so 1v3. And it all comes down to Prefontaine once again. He clutched it once before.
Yeah, he's not going to see this though.
Checked his clock too.
Yeah, Toast came out of the toaster like a timer. Just bing! Prefontaine was dead. And that so far ends map number 1. Globochem will take it 4-2 over Blaze. So now we will get to see where things go from here, NightFiree. What are your predictions? What do you think map 2 is going to be and why?
Well, I don't think I have to predict. I will know, but I'm going to predict that it's going to be Suburbia. What do you think about that?
I think you might be onto something, sir.
You know, I think the thing that you should notice when we have these bans is that Globochem wanted to take down the close quarters maps. Whether it was Subway, their initial ban, and then switching to Cargo, you know, they couldn't also ban Suburbia, you know? So I think Blaze are trying to play into the close quarters map here on Suburbia, get right up into the face of Globo, because honestly, that's what worked for them. They beat Globochem on that surprise counter push on Volk.
Yeah, I mean, I was just surprised to see Blaze give that pushback like that a couple of times, in fact, on that last map. So good for them. Let's see. This should be their map pick going into this next one. So they obviously have some surprises in the store for Globochem, maybe.
Yeah, they want. I mean, you obviously need this map if they want to keep themselves into the series. And if you are new to how things work here in the VRML, we play 3 maps. It is a best of 3. So if Globochem manage to take this map, they will have won the series, and they will have secured themselves positive MMR. However, we still play the 3rd map out because that determines just how many points, just how much MMR Globochem will get, and just how much Blaze will lose, if, that is, Globochem wins this next round. So we're going to play all 3 maps, but what could happen here is Blaze could win this map, and we could go down to a series decider for map 3, which is always exciting to have.
Yes, it is, NightFiree. It surely is. But my goodness, looking at the map, looking at the first objective already, I'm seeing a very Blaze focused objective, right? Like, as this objective can very heavily reward aggressive play, and that's probably what we'll see from Blaze here, since they'll know what they're going for. They know that their spawns are quick no matter where they come from.
Yeah, and I think one thing we got to point out is we do have some roster adjustments coming in from Globo. They are bringing in Raph because he is that shield user, and they're going to need him on these close quarter maps. They didn't want him on Quarantine. Obviously, didn't really need him as they went 4-2 there on that map 1, but yeah, they're going to want to use that shield on some of these offensive pushes on this close quarters map, and Raph is very good with the shield, so we'll see what sort of strats come out there. They won't be going on the offensive first, though, since it is Blaze's map choice. They will be defending. And as you said, this is a capable objective, so I'm curious how Blaze kick this off as we dive into round number 1 of map 2. Blaze getting the farthest spawn they can, although, you know, not really that far. We'll see how they approach the objective. Nowko with the shield, no surprise.
Whoa, Nowko has a shield? It'd be like you telling me he's got 2 sniper rifles, one-handing them if he were playing contractors.
Here's the fast push. Blaze dumping smokes onto the objective. I think that's upward of 6 smokes coming in, 5 smokes, and they're not really great smokes. Kind of going out of the, completely out of bounds, really. Not able to be utilized. A bit too hard on those tosses. Otto really the only one denied any sort of vision, and now they're going to sort of make their approach as Globochem stacked 3 up in this carport. A nice nade from Toast catches out Prefontaine, and we'll see how Blaze react to that down.
I don't know how I did it, but I turned on the muzzle laser so I can see where everyone's pointing their weapons. Ooh, and a nice frag. Gets a bounce off the roof by Otto and does down Noman. I'm not actually sure how that downed him, considering it fell behind him and the sandbags.
Oh!
Another grenade from Pants comes in, falls behind the sandbags again, and takes down Noman. Pants will find Cryocell, and a revive will come out onto Prefontaine on the side of Blaze. But Pants is just racking up kills now. Silent Knight will kill Pants. Prefontaine finds Raph, but Toast will find Prefontaine. It's all up to Silent Knight. All of a sudden, what looked like a great start to the match. I mean, they had beautiful smoke placement on the objective.
Dude.
Just completely shut down.
We gotta call it. This is Globochem. It's just so annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying to watch. It's Globochem innovating again. What we had there was a timed counter push. So Globochem, probably around 4 something, they had their flashes, their nades. They caught 2 out with their nades. They all flashed, and then all 3 of them from carport pushed forward and managed to catch out those other attackers, kind of exposed. And I mean, I haven't seen that before. That was a fully team coordinated. That was a timed counter push, because there's no other way they could have all moved up like that at the same time across the map.
I mean,
that's what it looked like to me. At the very least, they communicated that they were pushing at the same time.
Yeah. Sure, no, I understand, and I see what you're saying, and I didn't quite see that in the moment, but going back and thinking about it in my head, that's exactly what they did, and that's top level stuff. I mean, that's intelligentsia play. That's like, that's what I give credit to G-Men for a lot of things, is they play that type of gameplay as well. Very intelligent, very methodical and thought out. Sometimes it's fast, other times it's slow, other times it's fast at just the right moment. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's really going to start to change things. But yeah, that just blows my mind.
I think it was a 5-minute
really thought
on the timer for what it's worth, but
I still want to figure out how I turned on that.
Yeah, dig into that, research that. We'll get onto that one, because that seems like a fun little feature we could be toggling here and there. But yeah, I mean, that's what I saw. I saw 3 arcs at the same time come out from that carport. I mean, if it wasn't, it was on the fly called at the very least, because they were all in that carport area. So they said, okay, let's go, we're nading, and they just dumped their utility. But it was a nice little counter push, and man, it worked well. We'll see if Globochem can work their magic on the offense. A little round reset here. And I guess some spoils. We did see early smokes from the defense there, so we should see Blaze trying to smoke out their defensive positioning, allowing them to rotate into a better spot. Maybe we'll see some aggressive pushing on the defense, but either way, I don't think Globochem is aware of that. I don't think they heard those smokes, so nothing spoiled for Globo. Just little fun facts for us as we hop into round number 2 of map number 2.
Here we go. One smoke already out from the defense. A little silly.
This is going to be aggressive. This is going to be an aggressive defense. They want to smoke out those spots, and they're going to push up hard into this playground. I'm sure at least Naoko is going to be going up there. I wouldn't be surprised if they sent 1 or 2, but yeah, Naoko crashing in hard on these smokes. He's going to try and tuck himself up here. He does take some early shots, so they know that he's pushing in. He's going up against Pants, and he cannot win that trade. Pants does go down by Cryo, though. Cryo was the backup, and a nade coming in. Nicely tossed, but nobody going to be there. Almost rotating into it was Raph as Cryocell continues the push, and this is where he wanted to get up into this corner and tuck himself in behind the sandbags. Thunder's here, though, and I'm sure he heard it. A little trade, a little awkward exchange. Cryo peeking his gun around the corner, catches him out, but I think Cryo went down, or they're both resable actually on the corner. I think Sleepy's still doing research on the lasers.
I am doing laser research.
Meanwhile, Toast has managed to frag and down 2 individuals. Prefontaine going down, Thunder confirming Cryo, and it all comes up to Silent Knight into a 1v4 as the res comes in on Globochem's side, and see how Silent chooses to defend here in this little tiny house. Not a lot of options for movement, and he does instantly go down as he tries to rotate out. Globochem taking an early 2-0 lead. In Blaze, they really need to turn it on now instead of waiting until they're 3-0 like they did last round, because they had 2 great rounds on Quarantine. If they can play like that here, they got an opportunity to stop the bleeding again on Suburbia onto the second map.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is, Nightfire. Okay. I'll have to figure it out. I still need to get an updated key binding list from the devs, so I'll make sure and add that to my list. But yeah, no, it's a great round again, of course, from Globochem. Blaze doing what they could. Silent Knight being left as the last man alive, of course, again. Interestingly enough. And he's playing for them in a reservist manner, I understand. I don't know. But anyways, also wanted to take this time to shout out a couple of people. A Miracle Dev, Arsenic, and Ferris. Thank you all for your subscriptions. We did see those in the chat. I know we're a little bit delayed, but thank you guys so much for that. We do appreciate it. And of course, thank you everyone for just coming by and checking things out. We hope you guys are enjoying the show tonight. I mean, Globochem really starting to put a slobber knocker into old Blaze there, but you know, we'll see what happens. Blaze is not, you know, not some pushovers. They're a well-rounded team. They can definitely do something here, and this is their map choice, so they could still have something up their sleeve for these other objectives as well. But Globochem have been doing some fantastic stuff here. And I mean, what can you expect from Suburbia? I mean, this map has been in this game for so long.
Yeah.
A team like Globochem is going to have played it literally thousands of times by this point.
The only thing is that there's definitely some new nuances that have been added into this map, as all maps have been adjusted with the graphical update. So I'm wondering if we'll see any sort of new, you know, like new pot spots where people are sort of peeking up over fences or anything like that as we sort of get deeper into this season with these newer adjustments to the map. I don't really anticipate that on Suburbia. I think everything's going to stay pretty much the same, as you said. And look at this, Globochem going with an offensive defense as they get up to the front line, and a team kill coming in as Raph tries to toss out a C4.
Luckily, he's able to get Pants back up. But that's going to be wasted revive utility now. And Silent will get a double grenade onto both of them.
Look at Thunder. Oh my goodness, he was trying to flank on the backside. They were waiting for it as Prefontaine had tucked himself into that little patio area. Does take out Thunder on the aggression, and Blaze do have an opportunity here. They're into the 3v2.
This is bad. Yeah, the hole is there. They could totally, if they push the smokes that they have, Cryocell's going to finish off Raph. Now they're looking to finish off the one on the porch here. I still cannot. The names have also gone completely tiny on me.
Yeah, it's very strange. They become slices sometimes, and then they also get backwards. We'll just have to report this stuff to the devs, but it's a little side effect of the new graphics. And yeah, we do have, I don't know who this is either, Toast on the front patio here of the center building.
There we go. Cryocell, well, now it's a little late. Ooh, but he does find auto. Toast will be looking right at Cryocell now, but Naoko should have had the shot. Toast hears it. He's going to move his way inside. He's going to chase down Naoko. And now, all of a sudden, what could have easily been a Blaze round has quickly come back. And Toast's going to be holding things down. Does he go for the res onto auto, though, is the question now. I think not. I think he's going to sit. It's 4 minutes. Oh, it's tough. Prefontaine might actually have the angle, and it sucks that I don't know the hotkey to tell you what the laser is so that you could see it. He's got the angle on the slide, though.
Yeah, it is a real nice one. Toast has a lot of time that he's got to hold on here, and Prefontaine can just sort of wait out Toast. I think Toast will be patient enough, but I could see maybe after a minute and a half, Toast trying to rotate out and look for a kill or two. Does Prefontaine have like a... He doesn't really have a clean way to get to objective either, unless he has some utility left.
Oh, no. Otto's going to definitely have seen that cross through the playground. So more than likely the call's going to come out from Otto. But no, Toast is still checking around behind him. Maybe they don't have an accurate kill count because of the grenades and things that went off early on in the round.
This is interesting. Yeah, I wonder why. I mean, yeah, because if you're not aware when you're down in this game, you can radio into your teammates information that you see. You still can look around. So Otto should be able to see Prefontaine right here, radio this in, but I'm not hearing any comms from him.
Yeah, no, and honestly, right now, all Prefontaine needs to do... I don't know, Toast is locked in all of a sudden. It comes down to the trade here. Oh, Prefontaine sees Toast, but Toast ducks back into cover. When Toast comes out, Prefontaine's in cover. Otto's right here. Why? I'm not hearing any call-outs from him at all. Maybe he's just trying not to clutter up Toast.
There it is. Finally radios it in. The nade comes in. Prefontaine confirming Otto, and now rotation here from Toast around to the tank. He can potentially catch the backside of Prefontaine. That nade totally drawing Prefontaine's attention to this gap here in the sandbags.
Yeah, I bet you Prefontaine thinks Toast is still in that location over near the front porch. So if Toast happens to have another piece of utility, that would be handy. Hell, even if he had a magazine, just something to throw at Prefontaine's feet that might make him spring out into the open. Because you're not always going to check and look at what just landed next to you. You know, you hear something land. When Toast finds the angle just before Prefontaine, and Globochem will take back a round, which at the start looked like it might be going the other way. They're up 3-0.
They just couldn't get all five to move, or three that were left to move together. Prefontaine, if he had gone out with the rest of his team at the same time and had sight into that patio, they would have obviously killed Toast. But it was just unfortunate timing and rotation with Naoko coming out of the downstairs when he had the opportunity to kill Toast on the rotation if he had stayed there, getting shot in the back, and just everything going wrong for Blaze there as they tried to make their way to the objective.
Well, well, well. Week 1 shaping up to be a burner. Unfortunately, it is Blaze that is being burned at the moment.
Yeah.
Put up a good fight. Don't get me wrong. The score line here doesn't necessarily match, though.
I think it
Globochem have both come back
4-2.
Yeah, you know what? I take that back.
3-0.
The first map was a little bit closer as far as matchup evenly. I think Globochem's a little handedly giving it to Blaze in this one, but first map was definitely a good one. They earned those 2 points that they got. Could have even turned out a third one had things worked out a little differently, but you know what? To take... Yeah, brain stop work.
We lost Sleepy as we hop into what could be the series deciding round if Globochem can take it. Round number 4 of map number 2. Globo winning 4-2 on Quarantine and now having a 3-0 lead on Blaze's map pick. Blaze just need to scrap points here and try and stay in this map a little bit longer. If they get 4-0, it's just going to hurt their MMR on the first week, and it's not going to be how you want to start your season. Pre-fire there coming out, and Prefontaine getting a little aggressive as Toast peeks the fence. Does catch Prefontaine. A risky peek from Toast too. Could have been easily taken down if Prefontaine had just sort of sprayed in the general direction, because bullets do penetrate wood.
Hey, NightFiree. A little birdie just told me that if you press the L for Lima key, that you might see some interesting little laser shows.
We can kind of see the line of sight of some of these guys, what angles they're checking. We do see Pants here dialed in on the Noman, and Noman peeking the corner does go down to Pants. Now Go trying to find the frag, and Pants with a quick double.
God, he is a close quarters monster, man. Pants just hands people their ass when it comes to close quarters and stuff. And I mean, it's either that little crouch drop shot that he does or just his insane draw speed. Silent Knight will find Pants and down him, but Raphael will find Cryocell in an exchange as well. It's all up to Silent Knight once again, and Pants can totally be revived, but is Toast going for this cap right now?
I'm unsure. Silent's going to drop back and rotate along the backside of the building to get over towards that objective room. And Toast, I don't think he had pad out, but Silent Knight did win the trade there. Does take down Toast, or the exchange, excuse me. A res coming in from Raph and Pants, and now it's back to a 4v1, as if Silent had done no damage to the Globo offense. I wonder if they are going for a cap for more points here, because they do have the 4v1 advantage, and they aren't really pushing in for the kill.
No, they're not. I mean, they are legitimately just...
I've never seen this out of Globo. They always just prefer a kill.
The point, yeah. They go for the safest point. Especially if it's a map point, like they don't... And there it is, though they won't take the threat lightly. Pants won't die for just no reason, you know what I mean? Like, he won't just die for the purpose. Like, he's got to kill that person. Like, that's just not happening. And with that, Globochem take map number 2, again, quite handily from Blaze, 4-0, and that will take them the series. However, again, here at the VRML, we do play out map 3, just for those sweet, sweet MMR differences. Of course, this will also be kind of for the initial season ranking, as there was a reset of the sweet kind, I think that Dawkin called it when someone asked him. So, yeah, that'll be shaking up the old rankings a little bit as well, and... yeah, but we'll just have to see. I mean, Blaze still have a chance here to put some points on the board and lessen that blow and improve their initial ranking a little bit. But to be fair, it's a tough draw to get Globochem on week 1, NightFiree. Let's be fair. Nobody would really want to see this. And I'm sure SMC's happy because they don't have to play them week 1 for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, they're not up against their arch nemesis to start off the season. I think it's interesting that Globochem are picking Tanker for the 3rd map. I guess you think about what's left on the table. They didn't want Suburbia, obviously. They banned Cargo. We had Downfall banned. Or sorry, they didn't want Subway. Banned Cargo, had Downfall banned, so what's left? We played Quarantine, we played Suburbia. Yeah, Tanker. That's pretty much their available options.
Yeah, I mean, Bazaar was an option.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm really surprised these teams didn't choose Bazaar. I mean, I wouldn't say that Globochem is like ungodly good at Bazaar by any means, but I'd say they're probably stronger than Blaze consistently on Bazaar. So I guess maybe Tanker, maybe Globochem's just trying to get a good balance on Tanker for the rest of this season, as it might start to come up more in league play. I mean, Danglers have always liked this map. Blaze have never been shy of this map. So, I mean, it's possible that they're just, you know, grinding it out and trying to figure out the best strategy for playing this map against high-level teams.
Blaze really getting a schooling in this first series of the season. We'll see if they can turn it around on the 3rd map. If they manage to take this map, as we've mentioned a couple times already, it'll definitely lighten the MMR that they will lose. So, you know, they want to compete here. They're not going to throw away a map, so you should see some tight defense from both squads. An interesting flare coming out, and a hard push from NowCow to get up pretty far. Does peek the corner, maybe not expecting Toast and Raph to be right here. Auto catching out Silent Knight, and now Cryo, the only one there that's going to really be up in the face of this offense. He throws out some flashes, tries to rotate around. Thunder catches him. Noman able to get the refrag, and now we're into a 2v4 as Auto charges in from the downstairs. Pants catches out Noman with some great shots, and now it's all up to Auto. They have the objective completely exposed.
Yeah, it's all open. Nothing.
Wow.
What? Auto went in for it. He trades with Prefontaine, and Globochem will get their single point. with a very easy opportunity sitting there on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, we saw Pants go for the kill that last round, even though it seemed like they were going for the cap. And yeah, they go for the kill there as Otto finds Prefontaine. And I mean, Globochem, yeesh, are looking strong right now. They're feeling good. They're riding their momentum. And it's just like the good old days for them, just like riding a bike as they take map number 3, 1-0 with their first Marsoc round.
Come on. I mean, honestly, how much time do you really think these guys took off from this game after playing in the UK? I mean, I know they stayed over in the UK for a bit after the event was over to hang out and do some team bonding stuff and just hang out there in the UK and do some traveling. But I mean, you really think that they took that much time off? You think they've just been kind of hanging out? No, they've been in there grinding. I mean, a lot of teams have, to be fair. Even teams that were somewhat on the lazy side last season are starting to get their grind up and really start to push. So
I know a lot of those bronze teams. A lot of those bronze teams have been practicing hard for this season.
I mean, even teams that were at the top by some sort of miracle when they really shouldn't have maybe been that way for their lack of trying. But yeah, I mean, even teams like that are putting in the work. And Toast, oh my God, a long angle straight off the bat. And the offense is already down one as 3 push downstairs.
Everybody getting aggressive on the offense. They have a couple advanced pretty far forward on this top side. Only one down bottom as shots do come in from Cryo, and they're trying to find the kill.
Snowman has got it made. If he just takes this up at the right route at the right speed, he can totally get in behind the defense and get this cap. Oh, God, just don't go up the stairs, Snowman. If you do, you're dead. Oh, the kill onto Otto will be good for him, but here comes Toast crashing back. He'll shoot, but he's not going to have found anything. Thunder Pilot's going to find Naoko, and Noman's going to fall back a bit and wait for Toast, but Toast should hear him running underneath him. No, maybe not.
Noman coming to pick up that shield, but it is gone. Thunder Pilot scooped that up, and oof, Noman almost catches the back of Thunder. Would have been a nice kill there as he could have picked up the shield. Raph maybe going to be catching out Noman unexpected. Peeks the corner, goes down quick. And Thunder has a chance to peek with the shield here if he decides to approach down the stairs. It could be tough news, or bad news rather, for Noman and Prefontaine if they continue down this way. They should opt to the other side.
Yeah, they should. Thunder drops down a grenade, which also throws off a C4 that I believe was on Raph's body, expecting a much more aggressive push out of Blaze here. But Blaze is going to start using the clock now to their advantage. That's their biggest advantage here at this point, until they can level out the man advantage that they've man disadvantage they've currently got against Globochem.
Noman pushing in here.
Noman's got to find Pants here.
It's not who you want to be trying to trade with in the close quarters.
No. It's really not. But I think if Noman would have hit that first volley, he would have had the drop. But here comes Pants across. Prefontaine sees him.
Huge.
And finally, Pants' wrecking crew is over. And now maybe Prefontaine stands a chance here. Thunder Pilot throwing out a flash. Toast covering the backside from up top.
He's been clutching it for his team today, so he has the potential here to find a couple of picks and get his team in this round on Marsoc, which would be a huge answer back. And it's exactly what they need if they want to try and grab at least one map against Globo.
Oh, I think
You heard him.
Thunder has no idea. Prefontaine hears Thunder, absolutely, but I thought Thunder might have heard Prefontaine, but no, Toast does have eyes, though. I didn't even check that angle to see, but yes, Toast can see the exit of that stairwell, and good placement from him because he stops Prefontaine from going in and getting that cap.
You thought there was a gap in Globochem defense, Sleeper?
I don't know.
Come on, man. Anyway, just to sort of give everybody a bit of info on what to expect this season, you should be seeing the higher tier matchups more consistently casted here on Master League 1. Since we've recruited a couple of new casters into the ranks, we do hope to have more thorough coverage from top to bottom of the league. So expect the mid-tier silver bronze matchups to appear on Master League 2 if Master League 1 is occupied. There's going to be I would expect more consistent coverage of these top teams. I know last season we sort of avoided them in the early.
We tried to build it up.
Yeah, but I think now we just want full coverage across the board. So that's what we're sort of trying to go for. I'll still be casting all sorts of games from bronze to diamond, but that's sort of what you can anticipate. So make sure you follow all the channels. Follow Master League 2. Follow Master League 3 because we will have some practice casts there for our new additions to the casting roster. And I guess I got a shush as we hop into this third round. Globochem on the offense. It is a underground objective and pretty forward defense from Blaze.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how this goes for them because one slip could open up a gap. Oh, and there's the peak. Nalco's going to get taken down by Auto. That'll be the second one down from them.
Pants getting a little overconfident. Thought he had taken down Prefontaine. Does get caught up. Toast rotating around, catches out Prefontaine. Globochem with a trade between Toast and Noman on the bottom floor. Managed to take out every single living member of Blaze and take the third round on Marsoc in a super quick fashion, almost under a minute.
42 seconds.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. Take away the pre time.
I don't count it. I count it from 6.
Okay.
42 seconds. Wow.
Maybe they shouldn't be so scared of the close quarters stuff because they're looking great on even these fast pushes. Historically, I guess they've been always an all-around good team, but normally not a very fast one. We're definitely seeing some fast moves from Globo today.
All kinds of teams changing up how they play NightFiree. It's going to be crazy to see. I mean, last season we saw French Onward Union climbing up through the ranks at the end of the season, really locking stuff in, really giving teams like Boss Fight and Beginners a run for their money over in the EU. I mean, it was insane. We've got teams climbing up through the midsection now that are really becoming forces to reckon with. They're really putting in their time this season. I mean, it is going to be awesome, NightFiree.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be a lot of great games cast in Season 8, and it should be exciting to see how the teams develop as the game develops. We have a hard push down here. Nalco, Noman, 3 deep as Silent Knight takes up the rear, and they've all sort of regrouped here onto these stairs. Auto, the only one defending, throws a flash, throws a nades. Cryo does get completely flashed here. Auto peeks around, doesn't catch anyone.
While he didn't catch anyone, neither did the offense, and Pants will come around and find one, but somehow he doesn't see Silent Knight. But here's Raph. He's going to get take 2. The shots come out, and there it is again in just 43 seconds this time.
Yikes.
Globochem take the final map 4-0, an absolute trouncing for Blaze there on map number 3. But Jesus. Globochem coming out hard. They're really showing they said, you know what, enough is enough. G-Men got close in Leicester, but that's it. That's the last time somebody gets close to us, you know?
Now, when you think back historically, is Toast, I think he is normally topping the boards for Globo, but there he was 7-2, absolutely making short work of Blaze.
Toast is an absolute
he really is
mainstay of their roster. If he is available, he is playing. That guy is a monster. But with him and Toast on point, it's hard for their pushes to go down. You know, then you have the more support roles, not necessarily that they're support players, but more supportive roles in Thunder, Auto, and Arsenic or Raph or whoever else happens to be filling, you know, the third, fourth, fifth positions. But those 2 guys are your point guys, and they do exactly what they have to do, and that's get those frags. They're not concerned about going for the cap. They are pushing for the objective the whole time, but their concern is just frag, frag, frag. Any way they can get it, as fast as they can get it, and they can get it real quick.
You know, it does kind of bode good for, I guess, the us here behind the desk, because what I would anticipate now is we're going to see a bunch of games from Blaze, a bunch of challenges, which means more games, more Blaze playing. So I guess it's kind of like a lose-win for us. You know, we're probably going to get some more Blaze games next week because I expect they're going to try and make back this MMR. Because they're not, you know, they're definitely going to keep practicing and not roll over after this loss to Globo, especially after doing pretty well on those 2 rounds on Quarantine. It's something to take away in this first series of the season against the arguably the top team in the league. So, a fun series to watch. Definitely started off good, and Globo proving that they are still a team to be reckoned with. Sleepy, do you have any final thoughts before we sign off today?
No, I just want to say congrats to Globochem, commiserations to Blaze, and thanks to everyone who came and sat with us while we took out the VRML stream for its initial season spin. Please stay tuned to the channel, as we will have some juicy updates coming, hopefully in the relatively near future. And of course, as NightFiree mentioned earlier, we've got some new casters coming on this season, so we'll be firing on all cylinders on all 3 channels. We also have Final Assault, another game which just joined the VRML. We're going to be picking up more casts there. We finally got a spectator mode for contractors, so we're expecting to see more streams coming out from that here very shortly. So the team is going to be very busy. But I'm excited for it. I'm great. I'm happy to see this growth in the league, and I'm thanking you all for coming out and seeing it. But other than that, just thanks everyone for coming out tonight, and I'm excited for Season 8 Onward VRML.
Quick shout out to our sponsors, VR Cover and ProTube VR. Thank you guys for sponsoring the league as usual. And that is going to be it from us today. An absolute burner, but not from the team you'd expect it from. Blaze going down in a blaze of glory as Globochem take the first series casted here of the Master League. The first week, they've proven their dominance, 12-2. That'll be it from me, myself, NightFiree with 2 E's, and my co-caster, Sleepy, with 2 3s. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And make sure you hit the follow button, because we will be coming back with more action. And I would say, what is it? When's our next game? Friday, I believe. So
far, yep.
Stay tuned. That's it from us. Bye-bye.